Hey guys, hope you guys had a great weekend. I think a lot of people probably got caught slipping today. I know looking at Friday's sentiment and just the weekend in the Discord and things like that, everybody was super bearish. The whole Credit Susie thing, everybody's pretty much thinking we were about to pretty much have a Black Monday and would drop 3% or something like that. However, the Bulls had a different idea. So Bulls came out real strong today. We put in pretty good volume too. We're at about 90 mil before the market's going to close, which is 103% of the 30-day average. So that's not bad, really. It's not great, but I mean lower volume bullish, so I like it. We were able to break through this blue falling wedge resistance right here. So this dates all the way back to the day before CPI. So we just finally broke that. That's almost 3 weeks long, so that's pretty impressive. The biggest bullish things I'm seeing is we broke that resistance. We able to break back through this 362.9 what now support was resistance. And we're kind of forming another V bottom. So I'm getting similar vibes to about right here. However, I'm also getting similar vibes to right here. So the question remains, where are we at? If you can see, I mean, our candle structure is very similar. We had this kind of inside day, and then we had the lower low, and then we popped with a big wick up top and a big wick down below. And then we had two sell-offs. And then we had the same exact candle set up here, and it rejected the daily 8 EMA. So the thing I'm seeing most that is bearish right now is we did fail to close over this key 368.1 resistance, which was at the time also the daily 8 EMA. So that is another rejection of the 8 EMA, and you can see what happens when we reject the 8 EMA. We have that here, we have that here, we have that here, we have that here. Usually that ensues more downside. However, of course, tomorrow we could move up over the 8 EMA and close up here. The biggest bull case tomorrow is that bulls are going to need to break through that 367 level, really 368.2, and try to close above 370.6. If they can close up here, I think we might spend some time kind of consolidating up in this range. You kind of see what happened back here in June when we put the low in. We popped in this 370 to 390 range and consolidated. That's kind of what I'm thinking could happen. However, if we see a true rejection right here tomorrow and we close especially back below 362.8, I actually have a case where we could, and I'll bring it up on the weekly real quick here, see 338 this week. So I mentioned it in the weekly video, but you can see right here that's that key February high of 338, or sorry, this is the February high was 338. And if you look right here, this is that line right here. It's perfect on our support line for the 2022 bear channel. So if we have a big sell-off this week, this is where I'm aiming for. This is where I think we're going to end up. You can see we're still in the downward channel. We did also reject the weekly 200 EMA, and we are still holding below that 366.6 level. So the bulls really need to take back this 200 EMA this week. A double top right here is kind of what's forming on the weekly, and if that happens, then we're going to see further downside, whether that be this week or next week. Looking at futures, it's still sitting right here, same thing. It broke through our falling wedge right here. We are still holding under this 8 EMA. Key resistance is going to be 37.10, and key support down here is 36.56. Same thing on the weekly. We broke through this weekly falling wedge, which I was saying on Friday was obviously most likely going to happen. However, same thing. We're rejecting right here this 37.10 level. So we're going to keep an eye on this. The futures did take back its 200 EMA, but you can see this nice double top here. However, we're also working on a bullish weekly engulfing candle. So if we see that, which you kind of see what happened somewhat right here, more so right here, we could see some upside. So something to keep in mind as the week goes on. Apple had a killer day today. So Apple broke its 4-day long resistance line, really 5 days if you included this morning where it was rejecting it. That was the resistance for this 11% 4-day sell-off that it had. That is a really big bullish move for Apple. We have a nice double bottom right here at 138.2. We took back and bullishly engulfed with a double bottom over resistance here. We did fail to break through 142.5 resistance. We did break it for a second, but we closed below it. Bulls will look to turn this 142.5 into support tomorrow, and I would like to see the bulls try to test the daily 8 EMA up here at 146.2. If Apple can close over 146.2, I will be more bullish going forward, but I think right now what we're seeing is kind of a bounce, most like right here, right here. I think we're getting like a relief rally. I mean, after 11% drop in 4 days, it's got to bounce at some point. So I'm going to look for a release rally, and as long as we maintain the falling bear channel right here, I think we're going to might potentially see some downside. However, if we can break this channel, and especially if SPY breaks its bear channel on the daily and on the weekly, which is, I mean, it's 385, I would be way more bullish going forward. Looking at Apple Weekly, it did get back over its 100 EMA. The Apple Weekly is putting in a double bottom right here at 138.1, like I was saying. So the Apple Bulls, really its goal for the week is to close over this 149.8 level to bullishly engulf, and which would also put it right at resistance of this blue bear channel, which could then, hopefully next week, lead to some upside. Tesla, they got absolutely smacked down. So 2 weeks ago, I mentioned this pattern was playing out with that 312 rejection, that we could see the 220 to the 250s. Well, I didn't think it was actually going to play out because of how aggressive it was bouncing here, but here it is. It played out perfectly. So you can see this black dotted resistance line right here. This is the 2-day sell-off. It's super aggressive. I mean, unless it opens like deep red below 235, it's going to break through that, thankfully. We are trying to find the support of the channel. We're using this as our resistance, or our resistance right here, and projecting it over. This 242.3 really seemed to be nice support. If tomorrow, if the bulls can take over and make that support and start pushing us up, I will actually consider playing some calls for a relief bounce. However, if we see 242.2 get taken out and we start pushing into the 230s, then there's a really good short opportunity on Tesla. And I'll show you what I mean. So we broke through the support, and we're now below the weekly 100. We should be really targeting about 222 on Tesla if we are bearish. Now, if Apple and SPY continue to bounce up and get a relief rally, we could see Tesla get a kind of like a pseudo relief rally instead of drilling. However, if SPY does sell off tomorrow, and especially if Apple sells off, Tesla is still the best short. It has the most to go to its 52-week low. So if SPY is red tomorrow and Apple's red tomorrow, I will be looking at some Tesla puts. Looking at the VIX, so the VIX had a pretty big day today. This is that Wednesday. I was saying I'm feeling like we're kind of getting a Wednesday relief rally, and then we're going to see some choppy nifs on the VIX and then go down. We are still bull flagging here on the VIX, so this could still push up. However, we did close below the daily 8 EMA for the first time since really back in September before CPI, which is right here. We could not close below that 29.9 level. I'd really like to see us close below that, and then eventually break this this bull channel right here, which could tell us that the bottom is in. So keep an eye on that tomorrow. Keep an eye on pretty much 31.6 and 29.9. Looking at crypto looks real strong. So this is back over the 8 and 20 EMA. Should close here in about 20 minutes over the 20 EMA for the first time since the pre-CPI rally. This is the 2022-2021 bear resistance line for crypto. So if we see tomorrow 19.9 get taken out on crypto, then that's actually breaking the overall bear channel for crypto, which would be very bullish for SPY and overall crypto, obviously. All right, hope you guys had a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning into this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated. I am providing my Discord link right here. That's a lifetime link. If it doesn't work, go ahead and send me a message and I will get you a new link. I do have a pre-market update I do every day where I update with supports and resistances and different scenarios that might play out through the day. I also do a live commentary throughout the day with updates and changes, and I do push out buy and sell alerts on SPY and other tickers that I'm trading at the time. Currently, membership is $20 per month or $228 per year. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok under SPY Optionaire, or Reddit under Daddy Dirch.